Is the largest provider of housing finance, and we became listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange in 1995.
I have the potential of a huge market here.
We had a track record of paying dividends every year since our establishment.
Welcome back to Black Contemporary News. This week we highlight the African Chamber of Commerce, and joining me today is Sammy Akimulero, President and CEO of the Dallas-Fort Worth Chamber. Thank you for joining me, Sammy.
Thank you for having me.
Now, most of us are pretty much aware of what our local Chamber of Commerces provide. What role does the African Chamber of Commerce play in facilitating business growth in Africa?
Well, we focus on three basic things. Promoting commerce, trade, and cultural differences. The whole idea was opportunity to educate people about Africa and how you can do business in Africa. And furthermore, we've seen so many Europeans that has really entrenched into African markets. Along with Chinese that are coming in now. So our role is to see how we can get United States entrepreneurs to break into the market in Africa.
Okay, so what services do you provide for those businesses looking to break in?
Well, we provide several services. For instance, we do so many programs that will give them the opportunity to interact and network with people from Africa.
Okay.
Every week we have a business luncheon. At the business luncheon, we always have a speaker. We've been doing that since February 17, 1993.
Oh, wow.
And we always have our members come in and talk to the right folks, and at the same time network. And whoever is the speaker usually brings opportunities that is available, even including the city of Dallas or American Airlines, Dallas Area Rapid Transit, and all those large corporations. They come in and they tell us how our members can do business with them.
Gotcha.
That's one of them. Then we also have an annual African Economic Forum, whereby we bring ambassadors, ministers, and entrepreneurs from Africa. And those ambassadors from Washington as well.
Wow, all around.
Yes, and they show some of the projects and opportunities that is available in their country, whereby having the opportunity for American business folks that would be interested in doing business,
in Africa.
The electricity supply doesn't get better, it gets worse. So you find you have a generator, you've worn it out in 4 years. This is money we could have used to do something else.
Time of writing the mortgage through the registration process and all that it takes can be sometimes take as long as a year, 2 years.
The big corporations, big businesses, they're getting tax holidays. But you're a small business, before even you break, the tax man is on your door.
Now, speaking of businesses in Africa, I was reading that 62% of the businesses in Africa are owned by women.
So you were surprised?
Yes, I was very surprised by that.
I know you'd be surprised. The reason is women in Africa are they are so industrious. And some of the traditional ways of doing business here, you won't look at that as a trade in Africa, or for instance, majority of those women, they are more or less traders.
Okay.
They are the one that does all those sales, owning restaurants, owning stores, and you see majority of the men, working at the office. So, and you know that we don't have, many countries in Africa doesn't have malls and all that. So the malls, that you would have seen people, selling their products, and the women, and they sell it at the store, small store, or in front of their house, or in different places.
Oh.
And out of 1,065 cities in Africa, only 52 cities that has uninterrupted electricity.
Out of 1,000 cities?
Over 1,000.
Only 52?
Cities. Only 52.
Wow.
So that means that here in the United States, if we get all the electricity companies in the United States, take every one of them to Africa, for the next 20 years, they will still be busy making money and providing the necessary tools that Africa needs to develop.
Making money.
Making money.
Making money, okay. So if I'm a business owner and I want to make some money, how do I go about contacting the African Chamber?
Well, all you need to do is, come to us.
Okay.
That's our form. And what we will do for you is help you to identify people that you can, partners that will be a counterpart. A counterpart to whatever type of business that you are interested in doing. And secondly, we'll also help you to identify some of the barriers that you might have. And thirdly, we always get information too from the American embassy in that country, so that you'll be able to know the do's and don'ts in those countries. And the last but not the least is for you to make sure that when if you are ready, because people talk, and talk is cheap.
Yeah.
They know that you need to understand the rudiment of business that you are going into before you come to us. So when you come to us, we'll help you as best as we can, because we also take people on our trade mission to different African countries. We set that up.
Really?
Oh yes.
So you can go to visit the countries?
Yes, you visit the country, then you meet with the right business folks, and we help you to also formulate ways to have agreements, either with the government or with the individual. But usually we always ask you to work with individuals or private, rather than working with the government directly. And we also have a link with all these chambers of commerce in different countries.
So you are just a great resource, is what it sounds like.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And I hope that people can see us as bridging the gap.
Yes.
Between the United States and all African
countries. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if you are wanting more information on the African Chamber of Commerce, you can log on to their website at africanchamberdfw.org.
Black Contemporary Television is produced by InterSync Communications, bridging the gap between new and traditional ideas in digital media.